What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to talk about stencils and road case customization. So for those of you guys who have checked out some of my other customization videos on maybe the Ariba case bag tags or the Mac decals for your iPads and MacBooks, this is a new one, and this is for your road cases. Now, some of you DJ companies might only have one or two of these style road cases for maybe your speakers, but mostly like moving heads and your expensive lighting fixtures. However, some of you multi-op companies or larger companies that are doing some larger production stuff as well, you might have several of these, as well as if you run a passive sound system, you probably have a road case for your amps. I'm a strong believer in road cases. If you have all your gear in road cases and on wheels, some of the smaller ones are not on wheels, but you could sit them on top of one on wheels, and now you've got them on wheels. And I'm a firm believer that it makes your load in and load out way faster when you could take a lid off, put the item in it, put the lid on, and roll right out of the venue. Not only does it make your setup and breakdown faster, but it looks a lot more professional when you roll into a venue with all your gear in hard protective cases. It shows that you really care. You're not showing up with gear in the original cardboard boxes, stuff like that. Now, these are customized stencils made out of a plastic material, thin plastic, custom cut. These are with my logo. I've got one with my phone number on top of this case, and I've got one with a shortened version of my logo right here. This is from a company called Stencils Online. You can visit their website, stencilsonline.com, and you can check it out. They have a whole bunch of stock stencils as well. So if you're looking for stencils for some other applications like hearts or something to spray paint on your wall, you could do so and find so on their website as well. But I went to them for some custom ones because I wanted to customize my cases, and I didn't want to just go get the stencil letters from Home Depot and spray paint my name across it. I wanted it to look good. I wanted my logo on there, especially this moving head case. I wanted the full logo. I wanted it to look really good. Stencils Online made the whole process really easy for me. I sent them a few different files of my logo. I did not send them this version. I did not have a digital of this version at the time. I sent them this version of my logo, the full name spelt out. And they actually went ahead and took just the R and the E in the same design and textile and everything and put it together and sent me this. Originally, I had asked for just an R and an E. I was expecting some kind of bold text, you know, just as if I went to Home Depot. But they went above and beyond and made it match my other logos, and I'm super happy with that. And they also made my phone number here on this one. Now, I got 2 copies of each stencil. I wanted to make sure I had an extra or a backup. And as you can see on this one, the paint does build up every layer you spray on. So after a while, these are going to get pretty built up, and I would recommend trying to clean them off or even clean them off every time you use them. Now, when you're applying these stencils, it is super easy. I did about 3 cases a day. I still have some sides to do. I didn't do the back of this moving head case. I've still got some more to do. I'm doing it little by little. I went to Home Depot, bought a few cans of white spray paint and red spray paint, but I ended up using mostly white. I think it looks the best. I was actually going to try and do the red line in my logo, as you see in the video intro, but I didn't want to put it over the top. I wanted to keep it simple, make it look nice. So when you're applying these, you're going to want to get the stencil that you want for your case. You're going to want to line it up where you want it on the case. And then what I did was grab painter's tape. I grabbed a few rolls and I taped first the stencil in place, made sure it was centered, and then I taped the whole surface of the case with tape, made sure it was all sealed so that none of the spray paint overspray hits my actual case. Once that's done, you do a quick one over with the spray paint. Don't go crazy. When you build it up, it doesn't come out as good. I've experimented with that on some older cases. It does not come out as good. Just a quick once over, it'll come out the cleanest. Which I'm going to show you the top of this case came out perfect. Now, on a few of the first cases I did, before I had realized to do it really quickly, I had kind of held the spray paint there for a little longer, and I found that the air from the spray paint actually lifted up some of these flaps and got some overspray in between. Now, luckily, I was able to grab a sanding block or just a little piece of sandpaper and actually sand some of the surface off, and it took the paint off without actually really showing that it was sanded. So that worked out really well. I'm going to bring the camera up nice and close and show you guys the 3 of these cases so you could see some of the imperfections and some of the perfection points and kind of see what might work best for you. Once again, this is from the company Stencils Online. They came out great and I recommend it if you guys have road cases. As always, thanks for watching. Enjoy.